Dear student, good morning. We are having a question here, and question is very interesting actually. Okay, now you have done this type question. Let's say point is given, a point P is given. Let's say x1 comma y1. Okay, now any point P is given. A line is given there. Let's say line, and you are finding distance of point from line, that is what perpendicular distance, correct or not? That is perpendicular distance. And let's say line is given ax plus by plus c equals to 0, then perpendicular distance is equal to um, ax1 plus by1 plus c upon under root a square plus b square. Okay, now this is the distance from the point to line. Okay, distance means generally we are talking perpendicular distance. Okay, now but here the situation is something different. like uh, let's try to read the question. After that we'll conclude what it is asking here. Okay, so here the question saying the distance of origin from the line, this one, along the line. Okay, now along the line, it is not saying the distance of origin from this line. No, it is not saying direct saying what, along the line, this one. Meaning what? Let's say this line is, just I am making a rough picture of this one. I'm assuming this line is given, line is this one. Okay, now 1 plus root 3 y plus 1 minus root 3 x is equal to 10 is given. Let's say this one. After that, it is saying one more line is there. Okay, now, and you have to find origin is given. Let's say origin is here. Okay, now origin means 0 comma 0, origin is given, asking that find the distance of this origin point. Okay, now this origin point from this line, but along the line, this one, along the line, this given line. Okay, now so what we'll do for this one, along the line, let's say line along the line given, second line is this one. I'm assuming second line is this one. Okay, y is equal to root 3x plus k. As you want, you can make. Okay, now just I'm taking a rough picture here. Okay, now so this line I am assuming that this is given. Now along this line means what? Like if I am saying you a boy is here. Okay, now and uh, he have to touch this wall. Let's say this is the wall. Okay, now so okay, thing will be what, that it will go straight forward and it can touch as fastest as possible. But I am saying he have to go parallel to this line and have to touch the wall, then he will go like this one something. Okay, and then he will touch. Similar meaning is here, that along this line means you have to go parallel to this line, then you have to touch this line, and then you tell what is the distance, means this distance you want to measure. Parallelly you have to go. Okay, now parallel you have to go, this distance you have to measure here. Okay, so somewhere point will be this point. Okay, now this distance you have to measure. Okay, so from this point to this intersection point, let's say I am saying this is a point q something, you have to find oq distance. Okay, now oq is what? So total meaning, I think so you got. Now it is very easy question, it become very easy question. Okay, now what we'll do, you tell me, if you are saying that okay we have to measure the distance along this line, then this is also a line. Okay, now this is also a line segment. It's a equation we can write or not. What will be equation? Its a slope will be slope of this line, because these two are parallel. So m is equal to, you got here root 3. So equation of this line will be, equation of green line will be, equation of green line will be y minus 0 is equal to root 3 m x minus x1, x minus 0. So you are getting y is equal to root 3 x or y is equal to y minus root 3 x is equal to 0 you are getting. Okay now, so this one keep in mind. Now if you are solving this line and this line, then we'll get the this intersection point. After solving this one, intersection point known, this point distance will be known, correct or not? So what we'll do to solve this equation and this equation, will multiply in first equation by 1 plus root 3. Okay now, so multiplying by 1 plus root 3 in the first equation, y minus 1 plus root 3 times root 3x is equal to 0. Okay, so multiply it, and this one second first equation now I am writing. Okay now, 1 plus, so that we can solve this one easily, 1 plus root 3y plus 1 minus root 3x is equal to 0. Okay, subtract it to cancel y. This is minus. Okay now, here it is written, I think so, 10 here. Okay now, here 10, yeah. So this is also minus, this is cancelled, and this minus times what, 1 into root 3 plus 3 into root 3 3, and minus this one. Okay, you are writing this one. Okay now, minus I have taken common, then both will be added. Okay now, 1 plus 1 minus root 3x is equal to what, minus 10. Okay, got it. So minus this minus become plus, minus root 3 cancel, 3 1 4, 4 times x is equal to, you are getting 10, meaning what, x you are getting 10 by 4, that is 5 by 2. If x is equal to 5 by 2 you got, then y coordinate just put here, y will be known in any equation, either in this equation or in this equation you will put y coordinate will be known. So put here y minus root 3 into 5 by 2 equals to 0. So y equals to 5 by 2 times root 3, means q is nothing but 5 by 2 comma 5 by 2 into root 3. Okay, so you got the q point, and this o point is given. OQ you have to measure. See in the question, OQ it wants. Okay now, so OQ will be what now, OQ will be under root x2 minus x1, 5 by 2 minus 0 square, 25 by 4 plus 5 by 2 into root 3 minus 0 square, 25 by 4 into 3. Okay now, that is 5 by 2 outside, 1 plus 3 4, that is 2 here, and this is nothing but 5 unit distance. Okay now, this is the answer. I hope so you enjoyed with this question. Okay, so we'll meet again for up to that one. Tata, bye bye, take care all of you. Okay.